K-pop companies aren't exactly known for always protecting their artists. However, a few companies have definitely gone further than anyone would expect, as some cases have revealed some extremely concerning and downright dangerous affairs. The entertainment company DSNA is still talked about today as 6 of their young male trainees revealed a very concerning situation that had gone down behind the scenes. According to the reports, the trainees known as 18 had suffered severe unwelcome physical acts under the company, as they claimed that they had been mistreated on a trip to Japan by the CEO and a high-ranking female executive. The trainees explained that the incidents took place at a sushi restaurant in Tokyo, where they were reportedly inappropriately touched by the CEO and the wife of one of the chairmen. The young trainees, many of whom were minors at the time, expressed their shock and confusion, explaining that they felt completely helpless in the situation. One trainee recalled feeling extremely overwhelmed as he described how he was witness to the other members getting non-consensually touched in the restaurant, bringing him at a complete loss for words as his head turned blank. He explained how, for him, becoming an idol had been a lifelong dream, but this experience shattered his expectations as he was left with a complete sense of fear about the industry. A trainee shared how distressing the experience was, revealing that the chairman's daughter witnessed the entire incident and even pleaded with her mother to put an end to it. The trainee revealed how humiliated he felt in the situation as he said, "It feels like we were male entertainers." In a courageous act, the 18 trainees managed to speak out against the company by posting a message on their official Instagram saying, "We hope that justice will be implemented. Please help us." Since then, the boys received tons of support from netizens who rallied online using hashtags like #JusticeFor18 and #WeSupportYou18. Thankfully, it seems like the group was ultimately able to win their case after 5 long years of legal battles. However, not much is known about exactly what happened during this time. One extremely famous case involves the girl group Luna, who were forced to fight against their agency, Blockberry Creative, after accusing them of mismanagement and mistreatment. The first major sign of trouble became visible in 2022 when one of the most popular members, Chu, was noticeably absent from some key group activities. She missed Luna's Japanese comeback Luminous and the Lune the World Tour, which left fans wondering why she wasn't there, with rumors of what might have happened behind the scenes beginning to circulate. Unfortunately, Chu's absence wasn't the only thing that was off with the tour. In fact, more and more information seemed to come out about how mistreated the girls were on their tour, as the members seemed to keep missing concerts due to health concerns. These weren't just normal colds that were preventing them from performing, but real injuries and weakened bodies, which had attendees worried about how the girls were being treated. Things finally started to make sense when Chu decided to speak openly about the financial hardship she was experiencing under the company's management, where she revealed that the situation was much worse than people thought since she hadn't been paid all of 2021. She explained that the situation left her so financially strained that she actually struggled to afford multiple meals a day and would often binge eat just to make sure that she got enough food. This confession sent fans into an uproar, demanding better treatment for her and the other Luna members, as it was clear that the company was borderline starving the members. Chu ultimately took legal action against Blockberry Creative for the lack of compensation, and while she partially won her lawsuit, things took an unexpected turn. On November 25, 2022, Blockberry Creative released a statement that Chu had been expelled and withdrawn from the group. The company claimed she had used strong language and misused her power towards staff, something fans absolutely refused to believe. Despite the company's claims, everyone was certain that something fishy was going on, as they quickly rallied behind Chu on social media with statements like "Justice for Chu" and "Luna will always be OT12." And while Chu ended up finding another company, the nightmare wasn't over, as the other members of Luna suddenly found themselves in a similar situation under Blockberry Creative. The youngest member, Yeojin, also confessed to being unpaid since her debut in 2018. During a fan meeting in September 2022, a fan complimented Yeojin on her designer bag and joked about how rich she must be. However, Yeojin quickly corrected the fan, explaining that the bag was a gift from her mom since she couldn't even afford earrings, let alone something so expensive. According to her, none of the members had been paid by the company for a long time now, which left people extremely concerned for Luna's well-being, as their bodies were clearly giving up because of the stress. By January 2023, the situation had reached a breaking point, as 9 out of the 11 remaining Luna members filed lawsuits to terminate their contracts with Blockberry Creative. While the situation was difficult, thankfully by June 2023, the rest of the girls were officially freed from their contracts, and Blockberry Creative was left to clean up the mess they had created, which ultimately resulted in in the company's bankruptcy. This was the result of LOONA's fans effectively boycotting the group and their music, leaving the company without their most valuable asset. Even other company employees had chosen to speak up about their own mistreatment and lack of pay and what they witnessed the company do to LOONA, which only further proved exactly how rotten things had become. However, since Chu's first lawsuit, the company has continued to work tirelessly to slander the girls' names, going as far as making a petition to ban the girls from the entertainment industry. It's safe to say fans weren't happy to see this, as the company only got more backlash for such a desperate attempt to bring the girls down further. Spire Entertainment has also faced serious accusations recently, with its handling of the 11-member boy group Omega X drawing attention for all the wrong reasons. The members have openly shared how their time with the company left lasting emotional scars, as they were severely mistreated, physically and mentally hurt, and even touched inappropriately by the CEO. Mainly fearing the potential loss of their dreams, the group had put up with the weight of demands and restrictions, enduring verbal and emotional attacks that no one should ever have to experience. According to Omega X's leader Jaehan, the CEO regularly used threats to control them, as she implied that any refusal of her request would mean an end to their careers and dreams. The situation only took a darker turn when the members revealed the CEO's behavior went beyond verbal attacks. During a press conference, Jaehan shared with reporters that she would often force them to drink alcohol after practices, not caring if they wanted to or not. While under the influence, she allegedly made inappropriate comments and got uncomfortably close, going as far as touching their thighs and faces, actions that left the members deeply uneasy and humiliated. Even outside of these meetings, the nightmare continued, as she wouldn't stop leaving calls and messages, making them feel as though there was no escape from the situation. Omega X's member Hong Yam shared that the CEO would even go as far as to use the promise of new music as a form of control, threatening to withhold future releases if they failed to meet her demands. Under such intense pressure, some members had no choice but to seek psychiatric help to deal with the trauma they were experiencing. Despite their desire to perform and bring joy to their fans, they were forced to admit that they could no longer ignore the damage being done. The members' courage became even more evident when they eventually took control of their situation by creating a new separate Instagram account independent of Spire Entertainment. In their first post, they explained to fans that they created the account as a way to communicate freely, expressing their gratitude for their support and promised to keep them informed about the group's future. A day after they opened their Instagram account, Spire announced that the CEO responsible had resigned, issuing a formal apology to the members and fans. However, the damage was already done, and a statement could not simply erase Omega X's horrid experiences. At their press conference, the group announced their intention to end their contracts with Spire and take legal action, not just for themselves, but for everyone suffering from unfair treatment while trying to achieve their dreams. Media Line Entertainment might be one of the most concerning companies, as their boy group, the East Light, was revealed to have experienced heavy mistreatment under their company. The shocking revelations came at a press conference where the group's leader Lee Suk-chul decided to finally share the truth about the brutality the group faced from the very people meant to protect and support them. According to him, the group members suffered physical attacks over several years, enduring harsh physical attacks from Media Line's producer Yoon Young-il, who reportedly used a baseball bat to hit them. Lee Suk-chul recalled that the attack started as early as 2015 and continued through 2017, but he couldn't even speak up since he was told that his life was at risk if he dared tell his parents about what was going down at the company. Lee Suk-chul also revealed that both he and his younger brother Lee Sung-hyun experienced some of the most severe harm, and that Sung-hyun was even locked up in a studio once where he was continuously attacked. The details only got darker as Suk-chul revealed that one of his bandmates, Lee Eun-sung, was often left bleeding after being struck with a bat, while the CEO Kim Chang-hwan simply looked the other way. The director allegedly failed to protect the boys and even downplayed the severity of what they were going through, as he was well aware that it was happening. With nowhere to turn, the members were simply forced to carry on with their work, often hiding their injuries and forcing smiles on stage to avoid raising suspicion. Suk-chul shared that the group thought it would be wrong of them to show fans any sign of what was going on, as they vowed only to show the public their smiles. But behind their brave masks, the members were deeply scarred. Suk-chul only revealed more troubling details as he continued to share that he had been choked with guitar cables until he was bruised, and that he still has several scars as a reminder. He even shared that when his parents saw the injuries, he was still unable to tell them the truth as he feared the consequences. His younger brother Sung-hyun was so traumatized that he eventually had to seek psychiatric help. All this horrific treatment was something the boys had tried to keep private for many years. However, Suk-chul's decision to speak out wasn't just a step towards recovery, as he hoped that this could help other mistreated minors in the K-pop scene. With this brave statement, he announced that he would take legal action against Media Line's producer and executives to end the cycle of what they had suffered. The day after the press conference, Media Line Entertainment attempted to downplay the issue, interview, even releasing a statement claiming that everything had been resolved with the band members. However, it was clear from Sukchul's emotional testimony that the members strongly disagreed. His lawyer then confirmed that Sukchul and his brother were preparing to move forward with legal action against Medialine, and that they would do their best to ensure that all the members affected would get justice. Ultimately, the members did get some sort of justice, as the Medialine CEO was sentenced to 2 years of probation, as well as a potential 8-month sentence if he was to break the probation. Producer Moon Young-il was also sentenced to 1 year and 4 months for his doings. However, Kim Chung-kwon went on record to declare that he would appeal his sentence and try his best to protect the company, with no further comments. Thankfully, their appeals were eventually dismissed, as the boys finally got some justice, seeing their executives punished for their actions, even if many believe the sentences should have been much harsher.